Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. I am Kathy James Denoy, founder of CatapultU, and I am extremely honored that you've taken interest to learn more about our platform. Before we get started, I'm going to make a quick promise, actually, two promises. One, I promise to keep our agenda brief and to leave space at the end for any questions that you might have. And two, rest easy. I promise I'm not going to ask you for money or try to upsell you on anything today. Okay. So, with that out of the way, here's what you can expect from our time: a quick introduction and the personal story behind CatapultU, what CatapultU is, who it's for, and what we're looking for. And then we're also going to talk about how the process works. And we're going to take a glimpse into the future and talk about expansion and opportunities for our course creators and CatapultU. And then, as I promised, we're going to end it out with a Q&A and give you an opportunity to share your thoughts. Sound good? All right. Okay. All right. So a little bit about me. I am first and foremost, don't say anything, Tanya, a wife, mom, and grandma. She picked on me earlier for that. Um, Besides those amazing titles, I am also a corporate trainer, a resilience strategist, author, speaker, and the founder of CatapultU. I will say that I've spent much of my life not just navigating adversity, and we all have, right? But I've also set it out as a goal to learn how to transform it into growth, purpose, and possibility for myself and for others. Before we dive into more about CatapultU, I want to take a moment to share a personal story with you, okay? Because it's the heart behind why this platform even exists. Growing up, life looked normal for me on the outside. Cartoons, Barbie dolls, the usual, right? But behind the scenes, I lived through addiction and abuse. And for years, my family relied on food stamps, and I often felt invisible. By the time I was 19, I was already a teen mother, a high school dropout, and I was relying on government assistance, just like my family had, convinced that the odds were stacked against me for the good. Even years later, when I finally began fighting for a better future for myself, healing, seeking growth, trying to create something different for myself and my family, traditional education wasn't always an option. We couldn't afford formal programs. Resources were scattered and hard to find. And painfully, I lacked the basic literacy skills to even read a simple children's book at bedtime. So the progress I made from then till now definitely wasn't because the system made it easy. Um, in fact, I had to piece it all together, book by book, mentor by mentor, dictionary in hand, lesson by hard lesson. That experience shaped my belief that access to learning shouldn't be dependent on luck, privilege, or perfect timing. It should be there when somebody is ready to fight for their future, right? That's the heartbeat behind CatapultU. It's a platform built to remove those barriers, offering free, accessible, high quality courses for people who are ready to grow and just need somebody to open that door for them. So, as you can imagine, my journey wasn't easy, but it taught me something very powerful. Access to the right support and resources can completely change a life, and I'm living proof of it. Okay. So, going through those struggles showed me just how much of a difference the right support can make. And that's exactly why CatapultU exists. Our mission is simple. We're here to help people build resilience, overcome life challenges, and chase after their personal professional dreams. Okay. By giving them free practical courses and resources to back them up for that. It's a world where no one's future is limited by where they started. And we want to make sure that everyone has what they need when they need it, the tools, the support, and opportunities, no matter their background, so that they can grow, thrive, and rewrite their story. Across the United States, just the United States alone, much less Canada and all of the other countries, there are 1.8 million nonprofits, each one working to serve and support their communities in areas like mental health, education, career readiness, you name it, right? But even though their missions are powerful, many nonprofits face a major barrier. They need high quality, accessible learning resources to offer their communities. But those resources aren't always easy to find. And let's just be honest, they're not always affordable. Meanwhile, while the people they serve, we call them launchpad learners, are individuals navigating real world barriers like those that I described earlier: financial barriers, emotional distress, low literacy, unemployment, and mental health struggles. And at the same time, many course creators, maybe even you, are facing a different kind of challenge. Creating meaningful content is one thing, but finding the right audience, real impact, and standing out in an oversaturated market, that often brings in a harder, that's often the harder part, right? So that's where Catapult comes in. This is why we were created. We wanted to bridge the gap between purpose driven creators and purpose driven learners. So, CatapultU is inviting course creators, educators, coaches, trainers, and experts to join us in building something bigger than a single class or program. By hosting your course for free to our Launchpad learners, you extend your reach beyond traditional platforms. You give individuals facing financial and emotional hardship a chance to access life changing knowledge, your knowledge. You build a lasting legacy where your content is not just sold, but shared to those who truly need it. And then the best part, you keep full ownership of your course, including the rights to monetize it elsewhere. You diversify your exposure versus limiting it. And early adopters are among the first to be eligible for our future profit sharing opportunities, which I'll share a little bit more about here momentarily. So let me just say this: it's more than just free hosting, right? It's about giving back, giving your expertise a greater purpose. Because if you think about it, each nonprofit that we work with has the potential to connect your course to hundreds and sometimes thousands that you wouldn't be able to reach solo. And it's it's an amazing opportunity to just continue to expand and diversify that reach, right? All right. So I want to talk about how we've made the process simple because we have 101 things to do every single day already. We're already wearing all the hats. We're navigating all the technology on our own, and we don't need one more thing added to our plate. So I made it super simple because I know how overwhelming that can be. Okay. So here's a visual of what that journey would look like. Up at the top, it says, "You are here." Think of it as a map. Attend an information session. Guess what? You're already one step ahead. You're here. Okay? Check. Submit an interest form. Okay? Because I'm not going to assume because you're here that you're still interested. Let's be honest. Right? So you got to let us know that you're interested so that we don't continue to bug you. I might continue to bug you anyways, just as a friend though. Okay, but and then prepare your course details in our fillable PDF template. It literally provides you all the details that you need to help submit your information when you're ready. It's not the course submission form, but it has all the information that we're going to ask you when we're ready to make that leap. Okay, and then once you do submit it, we're going to review it, make sure it aligns with our core values and our mission, and then you can celebrate once your course is live. We handle the technology, we handle the promotions, we handle all of that for you, right? We are here to guide you every step of the way. And again, remember, you maintain full course ownership. Hosting is always free. And I'll tell you how we're going to maintain that later. And as if that's not awesome enough, course setup fees are being waived for the first 100 approved courses. By the way, course setup fees, if you're looking on the screen, it's only $39. So not a huge deal, right? Okay. So before we move into Q&A, I'm going to copy and paste these resources into the chat. Bear with me one second. Find the chat. All right. So you're going to find And hopefully those are clickable links. If not, I can provide. Oh, that's just weird. It's on a purple background. Can you guys see the links? Okay, that's weird. Did they did they come through at all? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. There we go. It's still coming through as purple, but you can see them, right? Okay. All right. Good enough. I can always email them too. Okay. All right. So there you have the resources I've just shared. We've got our course creator interest form. Okay. We have the template, and you're going to probably receive that 2 or 3 times over if you decide to work with us, because it's included at the end of the interest form. It's included in the email. Probably share it again. It's on my website, you know, but and then there's some other resources there, including a affiliate share document where I've crafted an email and some other messaging in case you want to spread the word yourself. And then there's also a link to my other website to learn more about me, myself, and my mission, my story, and a link there that so that you can book a one-on-one call with me if you need additional assistance or personalized support. Okay. All right, cool. Looking ahead, Catapult U is going to scale. We do have a plan, right? Not going to just willy nilly, everything's free. Um, we do have a plan to scale. So we are going to add additional learning opportunities for those that can afford to pay. Okay. Um, so Catapult U is structured as an L3C. What that means is that we're mission first and able to generate and sustain and scale our impact with revenue. Mission first, revenue profit second, right? And actually, the structure that we've created, it's we're legally bound that way. While our Launchpad learners will always access our courses, all of them, for free, we will plan to introduce optional paid offerings in the near future, including live workshops, premium content, or even certification add ons, right? That's future, which will help fund the free model long term. Okay, we are also exploring investment and sponsorship opportunities from aligned organizations, but we are intentionally building a platform that doesn't just rely solely on outside funding to survive. Okay, um, our goal is to grow sustainably with integrity and access to the at the center of everything that we do. So, additional offerings will also include e-learning modules, interactive, clickable. So, right now, we do not have the piece of technology to offer that off the jump. And I want to work that in later because I'm really good at building interactive e-learnings, just saying. So I want to offer that later. It just makes a world of a difference. But I also want to offer downloadable resources like audio and ebooks. Okay. So as you can imagine, it's limitless, right? I want to make sure that it's strategic and it aligns with our mission, but it's endless possibilities. And we're excited that and hopeful that you'll be a part of that journey. Whether you're offering one course or 10, your expertise is going to help shape something that can truly change a life. Okay. All right. Like I said, I was going to keep it super simple, super short. So now is the time that I would like to spend the next few minutes hearing from you. Your questions, your thoughts, your ideas, and even your concerns are welcome. Welcome. Feel free to come off of mute and ask your questions or to add them in the chat.